Hey guys, how are you all doing, and welcome back to Call of Cubes. Today we'll be going through some example solves using the Petrus method. With that being said, let's get started. So the way I'm going to execute these solves are with the orientation of white on top, green facing you, and red towards the right.
3, 2, 1, go!
So here we have the two edge pieces of the same color, so we can put it in as our first two pieces of the cross, and we can move it with a D2 in order to make the 2x2x2 block. Next we have this F12 pair in order to make the 2x2x2 block, so I can put this over here. Next I find these two pieces which are of the same pair, and that goes to the back slot, which helps us in making the 2x2x3 block, which is the second step in the Petrus method. Next we have this blue edge piece which needs to go over this slot, so we can do something like this, put that in, and then restore the centers and all the pieces. Now that we are completed with this block, next we are moving on to find any of the bad edges. In this case we don't have any one of them, so we can straight away jump on to the 2gen F12, which consists of only R and U moves. So we can just restore where it is supposed to be, the cross piece, and then move on with F12. So I find this third F12 pair, so I can insert in some way like this, pair them up and insert it. Next I find the corner over here and the edge piece is over here, so I can do something like this in order to pair them up and do a U2 and insert it at the back slot. Now I'm resulted with an zone case, so that is easy, and a J pump. So here is the next scramble. Okay, so right away we are noticing that we have these two pieces already aligned, so we can just similarly put this over here, and we can do a D2 in order to put them at the black. Next I find these two pieces which are the pieces which are supposed to move, this one and this one. Like for inserting the pairs, you can normally do how we do in the C4, which most of you are aware of. So we can just put this in like that, and we have completed with this one. Next I find this pair of green and red already aligned, so we can just normally insert how we would. And next I find the green piece over here, so I can simply insert it in order to complete the block. And also by using MOs is also pretty useful because you are not needed to rotate, so that you can just do the solve without rotations. So we can insert this. Next I have this bad edge because we have this known as flipped, and this can't be put into the slot where it belongs to, but it can be put in, but this is a flipped piece, so it can't be correct. This is a bad edge. So I have this one right here, and this is also flipped because we have yellow and orange, but this is flipped. This is flipped. So I can put it in and do the alk in order to make them a good edge. And next I find this piece right away, and the other piece of the pair of the bad edges is over here. So I can put this one in, and I can put this one in and do the formula. And now I guess all the pieces are of good edges, and we can move on to our 2gen progression. So I've done with this, so I can put the cross over here. Next I find these two, put that in, done. And next I find these two at the back slots, so I can pair them up and insert it. Now I have this case which can do it. What? This piece and PLL. So for this scramble, what we could do is that I'm going very beginner's method with only white crosses, which is pretty much easier for beginners who have just got into Petrus method. Although it is very easy to be color neutral, so I decided to do something with color neutrality this year. So let's just go with an yellow cross. So what we could do is we can right away insert orange to the spot like that, and then I have blue over here. So we could do something like that in order to insert it, and then we have our piece already set up, so I can just insert it at the back slot. So the next pad is over here and over here. So what we could do is we could insert it, and then we have our yellow piece which needs to go over here, so we can use M moves in order to put them like so. Next we are gonna find the bad edges in this case, so I right away find one with that is flipped, cause this one can't be solved using only our U moves. And next is already in align, so both of these are bad edges, so we could do something like that. Next I find this piece to be bad edge, and also we have this piece over here which is also a bad edge, so I can put that like that, and we could just simply do the alg. Next we are gonna make sure that we don't find any other bad edges, and we can just proceed on with the F12. So now that I have done all the bad edges and oriented them into the good edges, next we can move on to the cross, I mean the F12. So I have done with the cross, and next I find these two pieces which can be put in like that, and then these two. Next we have the cross OLL, which is very easy for beginners, and then again we have a J pump. Thanks for watching. It's Call of Cubes here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.